His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, attended a reception hosted by the US Chamber of Commerce at its headquarters, bringing together Bahraini and American companies. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, was in attendance. Collaboration between firms from the private sectors of Bahrain and the US will be announced during His Royal Highness's official visit to the US. Upon arrival, His Royal Highness was received by the Chair of the Board and Chair of the Executive Committee of the US Chamber of Commerce, Ross Perot Jr. His Royal Highness attributed the progress witnessed across all sectors, including the economy, to the ambitious vision of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and to the tireless efforts and determination of Team Bahrain in building a more prosperous future for the kingdom. His Royal Highness noted that Bahrain continues to champion the expansion of international partnerships that deepen economic growth and attract valuable investment opportunities. His Royal Highness highlighted the importance of supporting bilateral economic and investment cooperation by strengthening existing partnerships, which contributes to the development of key sectors. His Royal Highness affirmed that the private sector in both Bahrain and the US serves as a vital partner in advancing greater cooperation between the two countries. His Royal Highness went on to highlight that the bilateral relations between Bahrain and the US are based on the strong foundations of friendship and joint cooperation, which are strengthened by strategic partnerships across diverse sectors spanning over 130 years. His Royal Highness commented that strengthening cooperation between the two countries is crucial to create opportunities for development through joint investments, expertise exchange and partnerships that advance mutual interests. On behalf of His Majesty and His Royal Highness, the Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, delivered an address in which he conveyed Bahrain's deep appreciation for the warm hospitality and the efforts of the American Chamber of Commerce in organising the reception.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Your Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Crown Prince and Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Bahrain. Your Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa, Minister of the Prime Minister's Court. Your Excellencies, dear guests. On behalf of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad, I wish to express Bahrain's deep appreciation for the hospitality of the US Chamber of Commerce, the world's largest business organization, for the work that has gone into making today possible. It is a pleasure to be back in Washington today and to be in the presence of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince to highlight the economic opportunities our two countries share. While there's much to cover, allow me please to make 3 brief points. First, I'd like to highlight Bahrain's position in our growing GCC region today. Bahrain represents one of the Gulf's most dynamic investment opportunities. In 2024, we recorded one of the fastest growth rates in the region, and the World Bank projects we will remain among the leaders in 2025, with growth forecast to be more than 3.5%. Bahrain is now the most diversified economy in the GCC. Financial services and manufacturing are the largest sectors in our economy, and non-oil sectors overall account for more than 86% of GDP. This transformation is evident in our trade performance as well. In 2024, trade reached over 60% of GDP, well above the global average. Over the past 5 years, trade volumes are up 31%, and foreign direct investment stock has grown by more than 40%. In total, we've secured over $46 billion in investment across logistics, manufacturing, tourism, and finance with partners like you. That brings me to my second point, the Bahrain-US trade relationship. Bahrain was the first GCC country to sign a US free trade agreement in 2006. And since then, US firms like Amazon Web Services, Citibank, and Mondelez, to name a few, and West Point Home, have chosen Bahrain as their regional base. They're drawn by our open economy, strong rule of law, and access to the Gulf market. The United States has, for some time now, maintained a significant trade surplus with Bahrain. That's not incidental. It's a direct result of our commitment to open markets and of our commitment to American enterprise. A balanced and sustainable trade relationship that benefits both nations is something that we will continue to prioritize. In the last decade, the bilateral trade between the US and Bahrain has risen more than 60%, reaching over $3 billion last year, one of the highest levels in 15 years. And recently, with the US trade zone being launched in Bahrain, we're opening a new platform to support American companies expand across our growing region. And finally, I'm pleased to highlight today a new era of our US-Bahraini trade partnership. During His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister's visit this week, we are proud to announce a $17 billion investment package to power the next chapter between our two countries, which includes a $4.6 billion deal between Gulf Air, our national carrier, Boeing, and GE to purchase 18 new Boeing aircraft and to support Bahrain's growing ambitions as an aviation hub. In addition, through our sovereign wealth fund, Mumtalakat, we are currently looking at over $2 billion of potential investment in the aluminum sector to create jobs in the downstream aluminum space and to create new industrial parks across the United States and build on our know-how and engineering in the aluminum sector. As a financial hub for the region, with many investment banks and private equity firms operating out of Bahrain, we are also announcing over $10.7 billion of investment into US private equity and the US financial sector to continue to build on mutual prosperity. And with a big focus on the technology space and ensuring that we have the right skills, ensuring that we have the right infrastructure, and ensuring that we have the right regulatory environment. Today, we will also be announcing $200 million of investment in digital infrastructure and tech partnerships with Oracle, Cisco, and Subcom, which underscore our deep confidence in American innovation. We are especially proud that we will be signing and formalizing the Subcom and Cisco deals today in the presence of His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince. When you add Bahrain's strategic location, its forward-looking regulatory environment, its free trade access, and importantly, our upcoming direct flight route between Bahrain and New York, one thing definitely becomes clear. Bahrain is becoming a launch pad for American enterprise. And this has developed over 2 centuries. This is more than trade. It is trust. This is more than investment. It is a commitment. The Gulf's future will be built on innovation, openness, and partnership. And we invite American business to be part of our story. Thank you.
His Royal Highness and Ross Perot Jr. then witnessed the announcements and signing ceremony of several agreements between the private sectors, Bahrain and the US, that are valued at approximately $17 billion as follows. Digital solutions for the government's information and telecommunications network from Cisco, signed on behalf of Bahrain by the Ambassador of Bahrain to the US, Sheikh Abdullah bin Rashid Al Khalifa, and on the American side by the Vice President of Global Public Policy Government Affairs at Cisco, Nicole Isaac. The establishment of an 800-kilometre multi-fibre submarine cable linking Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait and Iraq with global networks. The agreement was signed on behalf of Bahrain by the CEO of Bahrain Mumtalakat Holding Company, Sheikh Abdullah bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and by the CEO of Subcom, David Coughlin, on the American side. In addition, the following was announced: the launch of direct flights between Bahrain and New York City, US, strategic cooperation between Bahrain's Mumtalakat Holding Company and several American companies, with a total investment value reaching $2 billion, aimed at creating job opportunities in aluminium-related downstream industries. A collective investment of $10.7 billion in the United States by several financial institutions and private sector firms from Bahrain. The reception was also attended by senior officials and private sector representatives from both the Kingdom of Bahrain and the United States.